All right, so gang, hello, hello. Listen, it's been a day. It's been a day. It's been a day. It's been a long time coming getting this young woman on air with us, but
The
we're gonna get to that.
special guest.
We're gonna get to that. Listen, man, welcome to episode 3 of that Mic Chat podcast, TMC podcast. You feel me? I am your host of this show, the one and only, the hostess who want to do the most is Project MC. And who is this wonderful, talented, gorgeous, amazing young lady that I have with me today?
Period. I'm Savannah, guys.
She's so listen. So Savannah is an amazing singer.
Thank
She is a vocal coach. She
Mm-hmm.
is a dancer.
Mm-hmm.
She is a true artist all around and music connoisseur. And
Thanks.
she's one of the very inspirations for why this show is here. Me and her will just be chopping it up in the office, and we say, you know what? Maybe eventually we gotta put a camera of some sorts in front of us.
And Team Virgo, so
Oh, and she's a Virgo. This
you
is
know
what
what I'm saying?
this is like sister gang right here.
Yes.
Um,
Foolishness, straight foolishness. I'm
sister,
also a very avid Chris Brown fan, which is why I'm here.
and she will let you know every single time. For example, did you like his 11:11 album? Did you like it?
Of course I did.
Like on a scale of 1 to 10, what was it to you?
Maybe like a 7 or an 8.
Okay.
I'm not gonna give him a perfect because that'd be too much. I can't give him a 10. Even though I do listen to the album all the way through.
Okay. All
The
right.
deluxe, not so much.
It's
But
not too far off. I was gonna give him a 6 on love. Yeah. You said like a 6 or 7, bro. I don't want to hear. You literally said 6 or 7. What did you say, 7 or 8?
I said 7 or 8.
Oh well, 6 is right
6
under.
supposed to a 5, and we can't do that. We can't do that. I can't stand
It
for that.
just. Do we want to start? Okay, we here. We can start. 11:11. Just real quick. It was cool. And me and you were saying, in pre-production, how I just wish the Afrobeat. I said it. I think it's the first episode. I'm not the biggest fan of the Afrobeat sound on Chris.
It was like 4 records out of 22 that were Afrobeat, bro. Shooter, Sensational. That's really it. Like it wasn't even that much. Oh, the other joint, Nightmares and Dreams or whatever. But it's different vibes, you know.
Yes.
It wasn't that many. It wasn't that many. But I get what you're saying. The Afrobeat, you're just over it. I get it.
Yeah, and I think his sound, and again, this is coming from a person who is probably clearly biased. I'm thinking of like, what's a really great record? Your Make Love, right?
Okay.
Your I gotta pull up some
He
songs.
gives us tidbits here and there. I think you just want like an album of just that.
Yeah, that's and of course when you're a fan of something, especially you get attached to a certain sound. Sometimes us as fans we get attached to certain phases of an artist, right? Because we like when they were doing this particular sound, it really grabbed
Okay.
us. So when they try to venture out, or maybe their heart is just not in that particular sound anymore, of course we feel away. I
Yeah.
totally acknowledge that this is what this is, and by no means does Chris have to listen to me and be like, "Hey, let me listen to what MC say and just do straight like R&B." Absolutely not. It's just me personally. I won't say that like 11:11 is trash. It's really good music. It's really good music. It's just not necessarily for me because of what I like to hear him from.
Okay, so what's another favorite song of yours by him?
I'm looking it up right now. I like No Guidance. I really like No Guidance. I do. Say what you want. I like No Guidance a lot. Let me go down.
Single. I mean,
I'm on Heartbreak of a Full Moon.
good album.
Same. I really
Okay.
like that song.
Yeah.
I really like, what is this? Tempo. Really enjoy Tempo.
Tempo was cute.
To My Bed is probably one of my favorite songs
To
now.
My Bed. Okay. I see where you're going with the
Yeah,
vibe.
it's kind of like the Take You Down in a sense.
Okay.
Like the Summer Breeze, I really loved. The Other Negroes, I really loved.
Okay, I see where you're going.
I
So
like,
it just wasn't your vibe from him.
yeah, you know what I mean?
I feel like Moonlight and Stutter are very R&B.
Let me just type in 1111 and see what I pulled from that. So like for example, when I first heard Press Me is like it teeters that line of like the international sound a bit, but just not all the way.
No,
Somewhat.
no.
It doesn't sound
Press
like you.
Me is. I mean, I can see how you could. I feel like Press Me is more.
It feels like the really, really mainstream version of that sound.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Yeah. What
But then you
else?
said that Press Me grew on you.
I said Press Me grew on me?
You did. You did. At work, you was like, "Oh, I can't stop playing Press Me now."
But no, no, no. Was it that I didn't like Press Me at first and
You
then
didn't. You did not.
really?
You did not, bro. I remember. Hey, man.
Greetings and salutations. How's everybody doing?
DJ Mitt, how you feeling, man? You good, brother?
Yes, man, I can't complain.
You listen, I just want you to know I had no control of the results.
Yeah, I know.
For the viewers who may not know, me and DJ Mitt just came from a stroll off here at Bowie State. Shout out to Bowie and the technical difficulties.
Nah. I'm joking. But we didn't win. The Qs indeed did not win. So
Hey, y'all are coming off a hell of a weekend, so y'all still in the high.
yeah, shout out to my Neos that just came out. Shout out to 24.
Shout out to them.
Yeah,
Mitt, right now we are talking about, we're going to get into Chris and Quavo, but right now we're on Chris Brown's discography and how I'm saying I'm not the biggest fan now of when Chris does Afro beats for me.
You said that to me before.
It was the last part.
Yeah.
Either last one or the first one. But yeah, I said that. Somehow we got into Chris. But yeah, I was like, I'm not the biggest fan of Chris on Afro beats. It's like hit or miss. And more 60% of the time it feels like miss to me.
It's not that it missed, because I ain't gonna lie, I'm a fan of it. But I can see it getting repetitive. I can see that. But not even. You know what I'm saying? It would be less about Chris and more about a lot of artists trying to get on that wave now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So because my thing is, a lot of people say they like Chris Brown is repetitive and like he makes the same music, and I'd be like, well, tell me like a song from Chris Brown that sounds the same. Tell me, and then they can't do it.
Oh, I can, but
go ahead, do it.
We're not gonna do it today because I have to then take the time to really go and find. But when I hear it,
I definitely think that there are like 2 or 3 that kind of
And it's not to say that it's bad, because like if you do it well, like when he hits out the park. I will always give him that, and I'm not even saying that like it sounds trash to me. It's just not for my ears.
Tired of it.
Yeah, it's just not for my ears. Also, by the way,
this is for real.
Savannah, Mitt is a Virgo as well. We actually have the same.
Oh, this is just lovely.
We're actually twins.
Me and him actually have the same birthday. Yeah.
Okay, so that you guys are Septembers.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she's an August Virgo.
I'm an August. Yeah, I'm a little more crazy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, but yeah, Virgos unite, period, because we always do that.
Alrighty.
Well, since we on Chris, the big reason why Savannah is here, do we want to go ahead and get to the Mitt? Did you hear all the stuff that's happening?
No, I heard it. All
right, cool. So,
but what y'all don't know is that Quavo did another diss track like an hour ago. I don't know if y'all got a chance to hear that, but I heard it.
I didn't hear it.
We did not.
Oh, I'm the only one that's heard it. Okay.
You might got to come back next week because we're going to listen to it after this. We will.
Like I said, anything Chris Brown related with beef and stuff, I'm there.
But
matter of fact, can I go on mute and y'all talk about it? And
you want to listen to it?
Yeah.
That's not fair because I can't.
No, we switch out. Switcheroo.
Go ahead, Mitt. Go.
It's only 2 minutes and 22 seconds.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, we know it wasn't ready to be no 4 minutes. Like, it's Quavo. You know what I'm saying? What is it?
After that ain't even his.
It's called, no, it's on YouTube. So
okay, give me a second. YouTube.org.
All I'm going to say before he listens, and I think he's going to confirm what I'm going to say, is that he's basically saying all the stuff we know already. Yeah. Like there's no information, you know, like Chris dropped some bombs and Quavo like went on the shade room and just went that. You'll see. But MC, you and I can talk about the first couple of
over hoes and female dogs. Okay.
It's called what?
Over hoes and over hoes and female dogs, over garden tools and female dogs.
Yeah.
I think it would be funny if he just said garden tools and female dogs. That'd be funny.
Yeah, if I said that at the beginning.
He might as well just fully commit it.
That's the edited version.
Yeah, give me a second.
All right, so for those who may not know, this is a ongoing beef between Quavo and Chris Brown. Now, there's a lot of beef in the culture right now in hip hop, right? You've had, your Lotto, Ice Spice. I think the biggest one right now is going.
I paused it because I heard him and then I was just like,
chill. All right, bro. Now I got
30 seconds in. I'm gonna let y'all listen. I'm gonna let you listen.
Yeah. Just take it over, Mitt. You take it from here.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, not a fan.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like literally X, because I have to call it X because it's not Twitter. But everybody was like, I still like this is the best. Chris did the best diss track.
Yeah.
All year so far because he dropped stuff that we did not know.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He gave us like,
or at least stuff that was shocking. Because I don't really care if you even hit Saweetie or not for real. But you even saying it on the song, saying that you did it while y'all was together was just shock factor. You know what I'm saying?
I was literally dropping my jaw every 10 seconds because here's the gag of it all. Saweetie's also with YG right now. Exactly. So it's like he's not only embarrassing Quavo, but he's low key like now YG got to hear that.
Yeah, now YG got to look at her like, yo, you really just
you cheat on your boyfriends.
Yeah, like don't do that to me.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but from what I hear, because like I said, only heard the first 30 seconds, but it was like
the beat was better than Chicken Tender, the first one. The beat was much better.
Chicken Tenders was.
But you also called Takeoff, like you brought Takeoff.
Yeah,
to do the hook.
Yeah.
And then the gag is Chris Brown posted after the song dropped that Takeoff's part was better, which was furthering his point on Weakest Link.
Exactly.
So for
it's always been a debate on who's the best Miga. You know what I'm saying?
It's
and
not.
People always say it's either Takeoff or Offset.
Not Quavious.
We got him listen to it.
He gonna like the beat. I know him. He's gonna be like, "Oh, this beat is hard."
Well, we'll see.
The beat was cute though, and his at one point of the song, he, how Chris calls his people OHB.
Mm-hmm.
That's when he was saying over garden tools and female dogs is basically
the double entendre.
But that was cute. That's what I'm saying. He gets a couple points. Look at him. See, look at him. See, look at the traitor.
He's a big fan.
Look at the traitor.
He probably might find it better.
No.
I hope not. I hope not.
No.
All right. Yeah, it's definitely mid. I do like the beat.
The beat is better than Chicken Tender, the Don't Be the one.
Yeah, this beat could have been saved for something better. I'm not a fan of bringing, especially in the beef, people who are deceased in some way into it. I'm not a fan of when Drake did it. I'm not a fan of him doing it with Takeoff. But yeah, for those who don't know, it's Chris and Quavo going at it right now. You want to give us the backstory on where this all starts, Savannah?
Okay, so period. Chris Brown and Quavo.
That boy bumping.
The beat is great. Or unless he's listening to Weakest Link. Oh, the Takeoff part going crazy, right? So basically, Chris Brown and Quavo were friends between the period of 2014 and 2017. You can see various basketball games together, stuff like that. And then, it's just me. And then, Quavious started dating Karrueche after Chris Brown. Now, I'm pretty sure that violated the bro code because in Chris's mind, because he said in Weakest Link, his mental is not stable. So, he was a little obsessive, a little crazy about her. And I don't know because I'm not really a rap girl. Like, I don't listen to the Migos or Quavo or nothing. But I think Quavo started dropping little bars and disses during the time he was with Karrueche. And the last thing that I or like everybody saw was the viral meme of Chris Brown and Quavo sitting next to each other at Fashion Week, knowing that they do not like each other. Now, in the picture, Chris Brown looks very much so like, look at me and I will break your face. and Quavo's giving, I'm fidgety. I'm gonna look at my phone. I just don't wanna, I'm not looking at him, you know? And so 1111 Deluxe comes out and we're listening to, I think the song is called Freak or something like that.
Yeah.
And he basically Chris takes a deliberate shot at Quavo, basically saying he's drinking 1942. He don't do no Quavo. He don't mess with Amigos, something like that. Quavo responds with chicken tender or whatever, and it was whack.
It was a little quick too.
It was just
but
whack.
it's the same day.
The hook was whack. The hook was whack.
I respect the same day though. I at least respect that.
But not if it's trash.
I mean,
that man
when Ross did it, when Ross did the same day, at least it was cool. Like at least Ross put out something cool.
The man said, "Girl, she left you, wanted to be with a thug. She not coming home. Don't beat her up.
Don't beat her up."
It's just like that. It was whack. The beat was whack. The auto tune was whack. It was just whack. It was whack. You know,
flow whack.
Your just beat, whack. Just
everything about you whack.
Okay. So then Chris responds with Weakest Link and just
and it was the same. Internet. The light skins was just wilding that day because it was him and Drake.
Drake put out push-ups on the streaming services at the same time that Weakest Link came out on YouTube. And I said, City Boys, light-skinned City Boys up too. Because it's not looking too good for Quavo or, you know.
Or who? Who's the other or you about to say?
Kendrick? I'm not, because the jury's still out on Kendrick. I need him to respond.
Yeah, as we say, you know.
The jury's out, I said. But you know, Drake makes beefs very commercial.
That's true.
So I don't know.
But
the man puts his diss records on DSPs. That is a different type of nasty work because people can download this and like he can make money off of it.
I think it was only push-ups that's been on DSPs.
It is. That's
what I'm saying. Out of the other disses, I don't think they've been on DSPs.
No, the freestyle with the AI that I don't like.
Wait, Duppy, you saw Duppy?
I don't think so. I have it on my phone, but that's because I put it on there.
Duppy freestyle. It was Drake's response to Pusha.
Yeah.
I thought it was on DSPs. Back to back is here though. I do
push-ups and back to back are on DSPs though.
Oh, it's back to back. Now take back my statement.
Nasty work. And I just want everybody to know that at the end of the day, and I don't care what nobody say, if Chris Brown and Quavo would have squared up. Oh, the biggest part is that Chris Brown put Quavo's apology at the beginning of Weakest Link.
I heard that it might have been fake, but even if it's still funny.
Bruh, it's not fake. I can guarantee you it's not fake because Chris is a wild boy. Chris is a wild boy, and I'm pretty.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's fake, but I don't care. It's still funny to hear at the beginning of a record. Like, hey, bro, I don't want no smoke, bro. You cool, bro. We just
you gotta understand though. After Karrueche and Quavo broke up, you don't think Quavo tried to make amends with Chris and try to say, "Oh, bro, it's over, a girl. Like we shouldn't do that." I mean, that's pretty much what Drake and Chris did about Rihanna, and they made amends for no guidance. So I really
pull up the lyrics.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna I don't want to speculate on how they, what they did behind closed doors. But
that's definitely Quavo saying, "Bro, I don't want no smoke with you, man."
We'll look up the lyrics to Weakest Link real quick.
Chris Brown is crazy though.
All
right. Like he threw a chair through a window. On Good Morning America, like he don't care.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. When he threw that chair out the window, this man is rude.
Get into those lyrics. Get into some lyrics and see.
I'm trying to find the first part about her.
It's on which part? Because I know the song. I've been listening to thousands.
They say revenge is sweet. Now think about that. Don't let that line go over your head. I just might sing about that.
So Weedy.
Had her feeling for that, yeah. So yeah, he's basically y'all alluding to that. Quavo messed with Chris's ex after they were done, Karrueche, but Chris was messing with Saweetie while with Quavo. But that's true. What you about to say?
I was going to say I don't know whether it's true or not, but I feel like just saying it is what's powerful. Because it's like
pictures.
it's like
even if it's not true, now I got them thinking like, dang.
It's like hit him up. It's like hit him up when Tupac was like, "That's why I hit your chick." We don't know if he really Faith Evans or not. We don't know.
It's likely.
Y'all.
It's unlikely.
Number one, there are pictures of them two courtside during the time she was with Quavo. That's number one. Not to say that happened. Yeah, but it's Christopher Maurice Brown.
The government's crazy.
It's like, yeah, because Saweetie, before she was Saweetie to the world, I'm pretty sure was a Chris Brown fan with him on the wall. She did not have Quavo on the wall.
She definitely had Chris Brown on her wall.
Like, bro, are you kidding me? Bro, come on. I think it happened.
I don't. If it is true and he did it, trump card. That's
Chris
what
Brown.
Yeah,
I'm not surprised. I knew Chris be the R&B type of motion is it when you can sing to her, it gets her. Listen, I respect it.
I don't know. I'm not here to speculate on whether that happened or not. But at the end of the day, it was definitely a good.
It was the jaw dropper.
No, that wasn't it for me. That wasn't the hook for me.
What was for Chris
Brown? Just in terms of diss track, the hook for me, the most disrespectful part was the other part that has folks like, all right, this is definitely
Takeoff.
Yes, the line and he says, "R.I.P. Takeoff. He the only real one that got true respect."
Facts.
Crazy how when he died, everybody really wished it was you instead.
Were you on Twitter? Because that's what I saw people saying.
Well, when Takeoff first passed?
Where's the lie?
First off, rest in peace, Takeoff.
No, rest in peace. And it's a terrible situation what happened. Quavo being there was horrible. However, if you want to keep it 100,000 trillion, when that happened, people had the smoke for Quavo. And they were like, bruh, not Takeoff. It could have been you.
That wasn't on my timeline.
Oh, that was on mine. I don't know, maybe because
was that on yours?
You
might have a more ignorant timeline than me.
Oh, I'm from the original Twitter 2009 class of people. So
that was only 8 years old.
The black Twitter thread or whatever is all my people. Yeah, I'm about to be 31. So my people were going in. You can still look it up to this day. Literally, like Chris Brown had to be on the internet. That's why people are like, but they was saying that though.
So let me ask y'all, right?
I feel like that's too far.
I was gonna say, what are certain, like, in regular rap battle, like URL, Smack TV, things like that, I think are a little bit more common to be brought up, just in terms of saying something about someone's dead homie, about their moms, or whatever the case, their partner, whatever the case may be, right? That seems normal. In a case where it's like music with mainstream artists, the only time I ever see it really gets to that is when it's like you'll really like throw the fade with him for real. Do y'all think there are any things that should be off limits when it comes to a rap battle, even if two folks really do have all the smoke for each other? Like Kendrick and Drake, I don't think really have the smoke for each other in that capacity. So that's why I don't think we're really going to hear anything crazy. Whereas Quavo and Chris seem to really have like, yo, if I see him and it's not going to mess up my money or anything, it's up. Or I might send some people to go do something. I don't think necessarily like ending someone's life, but probably, yo, go stomp them out with a size 13 Timberland or something real quick.
Or size 7.
I think that like people who pass away and children are off limits, but then Pusha T just put his son's business all out there.
Talking about Drake?
Yeah, like Drake and
But Drake said something about his wife first.
Virginia Williams.
Okay, so I think women, children, and dead people should just be left out of it.
I disagree.
Even if they really have smoke for each other. Like
you disagree.
I disagree.
Bring
it on. I ain't gonna lie, because if you really wanna hit somebody, like
that's the way
and we keeping it rap, I say go in. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like you gotta do what you gotta do in order to win this battle. That's how I feel. And that's why I kinda have respect now that I think about it for Cole a little bit, because Cole was like, I see this is going a different way.
Yeah,
I don't want to be a part of this
I've been thinking the same thing as a late. Yeah,
that's going on. So let me just bow out gracefully, because I thought it was going to be rap. But now that I see that it's going into a different direction, because I don't think originally when he dropped his diss, he was like, you know what I'm saying, really trying to hurt Kendrick. Because
he said it.
yeah, that wasn't his intention. But when he realized Drake really has a vendetta and Kendrick really has a vendetta, and he's like, oh, y'all are like y'all are a little serious.
Oh, these
Let me
bullets are
bow out
real.
gracefully. Let me go and get on my bike and ride on home. You know?
Not the bike. He said the
He
bike.
definitely has a bike. He definitely rode a
No,
bike.
he definitely
I
he rode
know.
his bike
It's
to the
just
studio. And he
why.
rode his bike to the studio. It doesn't matter how far it was. It could be 2 hours away. He rode that bike to the studio.
Lord have mercy.
All the money in the world for a car. No, to my bike.
No,
It's leg day.
he got on the turn signal, like doing one of them. Yeah, no, for sure.
But yeah, I think I agree with Mitt. I think it's more so, of course, if someone brings up it first, then I think it's fair game. And you can't tell that person to react. I think if you really have smoke for someone, I wouldn't necessarily say I think you should do it, but I understand when you really like when all you see is red on a person, that's it.
Well,
Yeah, I
now
mean,
he's
it's
gonna
no like I'm
perform.
thinking about it's all red. So yeah, if
Chris Brown also does not care. Like
he doesn't,
I'm trying to tell people like this man, no matter what we want to say, or however long he hasn't lived here, he's from the DMV. The man put Quavo eating a glizzy on the cover.
that was funny.
If that is not the most DMV thing,
That was super duper funny.
like you
He's
just
really from
don't.
he's from the DMV like part of Virginia.
He's from Virginia, but not
Right.
the DMV part of Virginia. However,
So he's from Virginia.
it's in the blood because I know some people from Virginia that'll go in too now.
They probably that's more so than down south.
Yeah. That's a down south Virginia.
He
Yeah.
don't he
Yeah,
don't
not
care. And
Alexandria.
the man's house is a fortress, basically. He got everything he needs in his house. He don't really need to leave. The mainstream media doesn't really mess with him. Anytime he does do podcasts or any interviews for a rollout, they come to his house. He's protected by the Bloods. Like he don't care. And he doesn't move sloppy like a lot of people. Like I even feel some type of way that Quavo and Takeoff was even at that place like that. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, bruh, you can't move certain ways. Like you just can't do that. And Chris is not one of them type of people that you just see out places. So I feel like some people are like, oh, hopefully, they don't start shooting at each other. It's like Chris don't be outside to shoot at him though.
Yeah,
Like
Chris
I
realized
don't think either one of them would do the shooting either.
right.
yeah. Chris realized that whatever he does, people are gonna try and twist it on him. So he just is like,
I'm
let
gonna
me
stay
just
in
stay in my house. Because no
party.
matter what I do, y'all gonna have something to say about it.
Mm-hmm.
Facts. Do we think that for Chris, especially with this kind of like blackballed, outcast ish image in a sense for him, that this just does something to further push that narrative of him?
No,
He don't
not this.
care.
Not this. Yeah, not this.
He don't care.
And yeah, even if it did, I don't think he cares.
He don't care.
But
Well,
I
I
don't
know
think
for sure he doesn't care, but I'm just thinking from like
I mean,
media and like
yeah, they're gonna say, "Oh,
ongoing.
yeah,
Yeah,
he's aggressive and he's gonna hit below the belt and he's angry." It's not gonna stop me from going to the concert on July 9th in Virginia.
got your tickets already, huh?
I do. Floor,
Floor.
floor.
Pay some
I
good
didn't
money.
pay for the meet and greet, but I am gonna be on the floor, yes, so I can dance.
nice.
Okay. Shout
I
out
think he's a superstar.
Chris. Shout out Quavo. Hopefully, I don't want it to see anyone getting life taken.
Rap not like that no more though. I mean, like, hear me out. Hear me out.
Not for them.
Two rappers like that. Like most like the Nipsey thing, the Dolph thing, I feel like that was other beefs, but it's not like a Tupac and Biggie. Like they don't really do that no more.
I don't even think that was a beef for real. The with Mitt and Young Dolph. I think that was just
No, I'm saying like
people.
how a lot of rappers have been passing. It's not like because of another rapper per se. It'll be like some neighborhood something or like some beef they've had from a while ago. But it's not like back in the day where it was literally like Biggie and Pac on site. We're trying to fight each other. Like it's not. The industry's not getting that anymore. I feel like they're more so. We're in the age where you're gonna do memes. You're gonna, put Quavo's head on top of another body and make fun of him, and
It's not more trolling in today's
more trolling, and then
platform.
White boy,
records.
calling boy a white boy. Rick Ross
White
calling
boy,
the white
white boy.
boy.
That's really funny. And
Yeah.
then it went from there to now they doing real estate beef over who got the biggest crib, and I'm just like, hey man, I'll take either one of those.
I still live with my mom at 22 years old. So
same brother.
I don't.
I wish I could have either of those cribs.
Yeah.
Since we on beef, so as we know, there's Kendrick and there's Drake versus everybody else in the music industry. Primarily Kendrick, but also like some sub level opponents here and there. Metro, Ross, Future,
maybe even French Montana because of the cease and desist.
Yeah, but I don't know. French Montana, he gives me the kind of like, dang, bro, for real. But it's not gonna be super serious when he's now like so like public and outright with it. But now maybe because the Weeknd is in it, and the Weeknd is a whole singer. So
don't nobody want to hear from French Montana.
I actually like French Montana.
Yeah, I don't know about that one, sister.
I like French Montana, like his
Mac and Cheese 5 was like.
I like his songs, but I don't really see him being like a battle rapper, like trying to.
No. I mean, I don't either. But then again, we didn't think Future would have that kind of.
We didn't think Future would get in this, and he basically is the one that.
Well, Future can rap more than French, in my opinion.
Whoa.
Yeah, you haven't been listening.
Well, maybe I told y'all I'm not a rapper. I'm not a rapper. I really don't even listen to Future because it's too much.
Yeah.
I really can't. It's the thing, guys. Don't. I'm just gonna let you guys talk on this part.
Let's edit that out. Let's edit that part out.
Let's just go ahead and just shut. But no. So did both of y'all hear the Drake AI track that came out?
I didn't listen.
Tupac and Snoop.
I didn't get through it. I was disgusted, to be honest.
How much did you get through Pac's verse, or you didn't even finish Pac's verse?
I literally heard the beginning and realized that it was Pac's voice and got very upset. And it was just like, because I could hear Drake's cadence.
Yes, absolutely.
But it was Tupac's voice, and it really did not sit well with me. And so I didn't even hear when he did Snoop, and then I didn't even like what Tupac was saying, like, "Oh yeah, Drake, come back." I didn't like it. Whoever it was, Drake, Tupac. I didn't like it, and I feel like that was him reaching, and he don't have to reach like that. I feel like that was like a.
So I think it's funny, right? Because, and again, for those of y'all who didn't hear, Drake released a track on YouTube. Well, no, I think it was on his Instagram, but it's on YouTube now.
It was on Instagram.
Yeah, and it's called, what's it called? The name of the track?
I don't remember.
Tailor Made Freestyle. It's Tailor Made Freestyle. And on this track, he uses Tupac's voice, Snoop Dogg's voice, and Drake himself has a verse on there. When you listen to Pac and Snoop's verses, you can clearly hear that Drake wrote these.
He's not trying to impersonate them. Like, you can tell that it's still Drake.
Yeah, and I understand, because again, Kendrick and Drake, they're playing this like two different ways, right? When it comes to this beef. So you have Drake, who is really trying to like get up under Kendrick's skin and antagonize him and like make him hurry up and like slip up. To some folks, it might seem like he's a bit nervous. He's just it's like when a person doesn't know your enemy's next move, so you start pouncing around, you start just making up things in your head.
That's what they think Drake is doing.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I think he's doing more of a.
I think he's trolling.
Yeah, I think he knows that he could win this. So he's like, come on, boy, let's play.
Well, I can see it to where he's confident, right? I can see both sides to where he's either doing it to troll and because like you said, on push-ups, don't let the demon come out. Don't let me bring the demon out for real. But from Kendrick, what really popped this whole thing off is Like That. And so I think Like That was 3 weeks or for number one up until I think Push-Ups recently just took it off number one. I've heard Kendrick.
I think it's just contending now. I don't think it's like for sure.
Oh, solidified? Okay.
Yeah, it's just a chance.
I have heard that
crazy though. Like if y'all decode the drop and give me 50 line and what that means in accordance
crazy
to the label.
No. Crazy, no. I would give it a nice jab back. It was a good jab back.
He basically let everybody know that Kendrick has bad contracts, which could possibly be why Kendrick doesn't drop like he should.
Drake was in the same thing before whatever deal he has now.
I don't even think that it's a bad. I don't even think that's a bad deal necessarily.
But he's making fun of him, saying like at this point in our career, like I'm getting more money than you, low key.
Because Drake is the one who's chasing the number ones, right? Yeah. So in that pursuit, you're definitely getting more than everybody. He's the biggest artist of our lifetime.
Yeah,
the biggest one. But no, Push-Ups I think was.
But Push-Ups wasn't better than Back to Back. I don't think.
Back to Back was more of a single. It just lasted long. Push-Ups has somewhat like the single-esque quality. I don't think it's just as much as Back to Back for real.
For sure, that's what I'm saying. Back to Back was definitely.
But I do like Push-Ups though. I do like it. I think Kendrick takes the response of like, okay, had this number one up there, and like he's calculated. He's not going to let anything like move him.
It's probably going to be a little controversial, but I like to do that sometimes. Do y'all? Maybe it's just me because I'm a girl, right? I feel like what also kind of makes Drake's maybe not diss records better, but his wordplay a little better is because like, is it just me or do you feel like when Kendrick does diss records, it takes too much thought power to figure out what the heck he's saying? Like his bars be so like, I don't know. Sometimes it's just like, okay, wait. Versus Drake, it's like, this is what I'm saying. I'm wording it in a way where it's catchy. I'm wording it in a way. And then Kendrick's cadences be a little like, it'd be like too hip hop, and I hate to say it that way, but sometimes for me as a girl listener, I guess it's like, bro, Drake, just say it.
He makes disses that appeal to the casual fan.
There we go. Because I just sometimes Kendrick, I just be trying to figure out what he's even saying because he's rapping real fast, and the double triple entendres. That stuff is great, but it's like I don't know.
I won't say. Go ahead. You want to go, man?
But do you get what I'm saying though? Like
I hear what you're saying.
Like lyrics and stuff are more simple and straightforward.
I hear it. I don't know if I agree or understand. I hear it.
I know. I totally hear it because again, Drake is a pop artist now. He's pop, right? And so I don't think we'll ever fully see him dip back into like a straight hip hop bag. So even though this beat is hip hop, he's going to play from the angle. And again, this goes back to him more so being the biggest artist, the money guy,
that's what it is.
The numbers guy. He's going to make it, and that's why Push-Ups now is on DSPs. He's going to make it to where I can have everyone singing. It's like back to back. Yeah. Everyone is singing this around. It's easy to understand, but there's still layers within it. So like if you go back and look at some of those lyrics, some of those aren't just him talking. Like the one about Tokyo, Japan. At first hearing it, I'm just thinking,
I thought you just like Japan.
Yeah, but then you listen to it. I think this girl named Just in Tokyo, she's either the manager or has something to do with a camp of either like Future or
so he was
Metro. So he was playing off of the name. So it's like it might seem like really, really simple, but it's still really witty.
Or maybe what it is also the beat choice, because I feel like Kendrick will come back with a diss and it's like a boom bap grungy like beat that wouldn't necessarily be played over and over anywhere. It's like it's like we'll listen to it and we'll like he might annihilate Drake, but it's like it don't really have no replay value, and that's the difference also. Like Drake will diss you and then you have to hear it on the radio and you have to hear it in the club and like people to it. You know what I'm saying? With Kendrick, I feel like he's gonna choose a Dr. Dre type beat, and it's like,
Well, no, because I think Humble was directed towards Big Sean.
I didn't know that.
When it, yeah,
Really?
I think Humble, at least even not directly, just had some shots toward Big Sean, and Humble was everywhere
Humble
when
was
it came out.
Humble was cute.
Humble was more than cute. Humble was everywhere
That's
for
what I say. You know, it's cute.
Humble was everywhere for a good while. So I think he has the potential. I don't think necessarily. I think Drake has more overall replay value than
Yeah,
Kendrick because of course him more so being more
but
heavy in the
then
pop.
the question becomes, how do we judge who's the winner then?
There's never going to be a clear cut winner unless it's like
This is
super
why.
clear.
What I tell you at work that day, I said I want to go back to the days where when people are beefing, you get one beat and y'all go on. What was it? Is it Funk Master Flex or like Sway or something? And I need y'all to both go at each other on the same beat because I feel like that levels the playing field.
That's
Like
not fun. That's not fun at
that
all.
would be great entertainment.
I
I
mean,
don't
it
know.
is, but for especially like these kinds of beefs, that's not fun. That's especially now in this era. This can never work.
It's
This
giving
can never
take it
work.
back to the old days where you gonna have to just rap. It don't have to be about which beat is more catchy or which beat you can dance to. I got this one beat. You get however many seconds, you get however many seconds, and we just go at it. That's what they be battle rapping. That's what they be doing, but no beats.
Yeah, but this ain't battle rap.
This
This
is a
is
battle rap. I think this works
That's
because it's like, yeah, I get what you're saying. Um, when rappers when rappers both drop songs, a lot of the time people aren't even listening to like the words that they're saying. They're trying to find out which one is catchier or which one has a more hard hitting bar. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like what Drake said in Back to Back, is that your world tour, or your girls tour, or whatever he said like that. When he said that, people went crazy. When Push said uh
You
whatever he said
are
about
hiding a child.
yeah, and what he said about 40 dying, about 40 about to die soon.
yeah.
That's
Six.
hard hitting. That's a hard hitting bar. His
Well,
like because with that, I honestly like Duppy Freestyle better. Like I'll go and listen to Duppy Freestyle for real, for
Yeah.
real. Like I'll go and listen to Duppy Freestyle, but I won't listen to the story of added on. But he won because of what he said and how it made Drake react. Drake got low after what's it called? After the story of Adidon came out.
yeah, he did.
Yeah, he got low until his album came out. And then when you see him on the shop, he's basically saying he lost without saying he lost. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So it's less about who has the better song, not who has like the better bars, and about like who just who can have the better jab. Which is why I'm not mad at rappers having like uh saying like the most outlandish bar, because that's what's gonna catch the people's eye. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I want to touch on the AI. I know we touched on just the usage of AI
Pause.
in music. And with Drake using AI, I'm not gonna lie, I was not a fan, especially of pop, of being on it. I know some folks were alluding to that Snoop approved him being on it, but I didn't see nothing that
He
he
did.
did.
He made a video.
Well, no, he didn't say he didn't say he approved. He just said they did what?
Yeah,
Was
because I was like, that video didn't say
good
to me that
Eh,
That's what he said.
Snoop
I
like
mean,
he
but
just
I feel
woke
like
up.
if he had a problem with it, before Snoop would be like cussing and like threatening.
He might not have known.
I just don't like it. I don't like none of it.
Honestly, I wasn't mad at it when it happened, because I was just like, I know Drake isn't really gonna drop this. I just felt it because it was just
Oh,
like,
like it was a giving, like a
yeah,
Instagram
it was
thing.
just another troll on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? It was just another way to troll Kendrick into making him drop his diss track faster. You know what I'm saying? He's not like trying to actually roll this out and say,
I
"Oh, I'm gonna
hope not.
drop the song." Now, if he does it, then that's a different story.
I
I don't
hope
think he
not.
should do that.
I
But I
don't.
don't think he will. Yeah, that was literally just a way to get Kendrick to hurry up. You know what I'm saying?
But then
I,
here's the gag. I don't think that Kendrick is gonna hurry up and do anything.
he's not. I've heard he's got an album coming out within
Yeah,
the
I heard
next
he has
month.
an album coming out. from
either album or EP, but I've heard album, which I'm not mad at because if you go back to like Ether Takeover days, folks will respond on their albums. We just now as fans, because we in social media, we like to hear things super duper quick. But the usual was usually like you take your time, you craft a well crafted response on your album. Because while you're dissing somebody, let them also run to your album so your sales can build up. So like I get the methodology if he's gonna wait for it. As a fan that just wants to hear it, of course I want it to drop yesterday. But if being tactical, especially with someone that is as big as him, you can't just like throw anything out there. Because I can tell that even though Push had the better end of that Push and Drake beef, it's not talked about as much. I don't think Kendrick will want that effect to where he drops some and it's just swept under. I think he wants this to be like, no, y'all want to hear this. Because, again, this has been brewing 10, 12 years now between them.
I want y'all to hear it, and I want y'all to, be able to play it wherever y'all at.
Yeah.
People, because when people are, like, walking around, they don't be playing stuff off YouTube. They go to Apple Music, where it's right there. You know what I'm saying? So him going and just dropping it on YouTube, like, people going to listen to it. But if it's on DSPs where everybody, you know what I'm saying, everybody will be at, you know what I'm saying?
DJ's going to play it.
Yeah. Now I can make money off of it. Like, it's, you know especially if it's fire. So.
At the end of the day, this is still the music business. Yeah, we going at it or not, but at the end of the day, okay, how can I now capitalize off this? Which I'm sure both camps are in are thinking of ways and to plan and strategize to capitalize off this. And if I'm them, I would too. I'm not just going to dish you, especially as much money as they both make. I'm not doing this just to do it. I'm going to do it because I want to, but also because I know somehow I could benefit. I.e., if Kendrick has a project coming out, i.e., Drake puts push-ups out on DSPs.
Right.
The conversation though of AI. Where do we think it's going with music? Because I feel like it's leading to a place where it's less actual artists like recording and doing stuff, and more like labels saying, "Oh, just go have somebody write the song, and we can just take your voice filter, put it on there, and put it out as you."
So that's a little tricky. I guess I can touch on that because I do music. And I do know that with AI, you have to have somebody's voice, like initially, and then you put that AI filter on top. But where it gets tricky is like, for example, if I put out a song, but it's Summer Walker's voice, but it's really me, I can put it out as Summer Walker, but I still have to register it properly, like under my name. And what that means for Summer Walker is she could sue me for like basically stealing the likeliness of her voice. But I don't know, because what if my song under Summer Walker, and even though it's my voice and I can take the filter off, could go double platinum, but they think it's her, but it's not. I don't really know. Did she get to sue me and take all that money? Probably, because it was off of her likeness or whatever, likelihood, whatever it is. So I feel like it's weird, and I feel like I don't know, it's just creepy to
Is
me.
voice considered under likeness?
I would say so.
I know we would say so, but I don't know. I feel like with AI,
I mean, I think that's part of what the artists are trying to figure out to fight for. Like, I know there's a conversation about like, okay, how do we? First of all, having software that can take your voice and put it on top of something that you never sang is weird.
It's scary.
It's scary.
It's weird.
It's scary.
So
you get to say things that you ain't never said before.
Yeah.
And if you get into the wrong hands, now people looking at you like you crazy.
So I think it is considered your likelihood or likeliness, whatever the word is. I believe so. Because imagine if I make a rap and I'm dissing some serious people, but it's your voice MC. Now you walking around.
They're like, "Oh, you said this, bro. I never."
And that wasn't you, but it sounds like you. So how could you even prove that it wasn't you? You see what I'm saying? That's creepy.
And AI is definitely getting better to where it's a little hard to tell. Like listen to the Pac and Snoop. It wasn't like completely off to where it doesn't their voice. It didn't sound like them. It sounded a lot like them, even though I could still tell parts here and there. One because of the cadence, that was Drake's cadence and flow. but two, just like certain pockets and just the effect itself. It's not like super easy to tell, but yeah, it just makes it scary. It's like we don't know where this could go, where labels could go in terms of using it. Now, to some artists, they may find this as a cheat code. Maybe I will go hire a songwriter. I just go record
People
a couple.
going to Chat GPT now just to write their
Yeah,
bars. I've
maybe
heard
I
it.
could go hire a songwriter, just record a few notes and words. That way, they have my likeness of my voice, and then have this person go sing it, whatever, do what they do, just put my filter on it. But I feel like yeah, it can help the artist, but does it take away from the actual like
Artistry.
science and the art of the craft? Yeah,
Absolutely.
10,000%. It takes away from the whole thing. Like, bro, this
yeah.
whole joint was built off of people making music. You know what I'm saying? Us
Mhm.
like doing it from our heart for real. That's why. That's why. What's the group name? Milli Vanilli. I think.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's why when they got caught, they couldn't really do nothing because
They couldn't
it's
bounce back.
not y'all at all. Like it was y'all or y'all aren't even like a piece in this. So when we found out your lip syncing your songs, now you look crazy. That's why it's been such a tarnish on Drake's career that you know what I'm saying he got a ghostwriter because once we
Yeah.
found that out, a lot of people never looked at him the same. I look at him the same
He
because
has
I
a ghostwriter?
yeah Quentin Miller, the Meek Mill beef, remember?
Oh, oh yeah.
I was about
Yeah.
to say, ain't no way, big dog. Ain't no way.
Yeah,
Oh nine Twitter
these
ain't doing
things tarnish your name and make you look less than in comparison to other artists. So I totally get it.
yeah, I was literally saying the other day how Drake will forever be one of the biggest artists, hip hop artists, just artists in general. Not even just hip hop, because he's transcended. Just artists in general. But when it comes to strictly a lyricist conversation, for a lot of folks, that's going to be an asterisk there.
Yeah,
Because knowing that he has ghostwriters, especially recently with the Lil Yachty reference track coming out for Jumbotron and like I think one other record, it definitely leaves an asterisk there. I mean, and for some folks, it makes people look at his entire, if not his entire discography, just certain songs a little bit differently, knowing
well,
that it's
I look at because I mean personally, I'm Drake. Drake is basically my favorite artist, but I look at it differently because I just see it as like if he did it for like a 5 p.m. in New York, or he did it on
I've heard it. Yeah, something
you know
where
what
it's like super duper.
I'm saying? Yeah, like where he actually is like you know what I'm saying on a timestamp song, you know what I'm saying, or anything like that, then okay. If he did it on Lord Knows or Russ, then okay. But like no, he's doing it on songs that like aren't real lyrical. So I'm not mad at it. But to some people, that's an asterisk to them. But I don't agree. Me personally.
In the similar likeness, say if a comedian is going around telling a certain joke, it's one of the best jokes, it really goes crazy to die, and you found out that they didn't write that joke, it was written by somebody else. Does that make you look at them or view them a little differently?
Um, it might depend on who it is, because like it's a difference from stealing a song and like having writers. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I think it's different in rap because we care so much about it being your song. You know what I'm saying? We
Yeah,
care so much about you writing it. Whereas in comedy, I think that we all know at this point that Kevin Hart has writers. You know what I'm saying? That
I
different
wasn't
comedians.
saying names, but all right, there we
But like I don't think he's hiding it either. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
It's not a hidden thing. It's just in hip hop, it's a thing of bro, because like we came from actually freestyling and being in the park actually freestyling and making your own bars. So when we find out that it's not yours, shit, people was mad at Drake because he went to Funk Flex and freestyled off a BlackBerry. People was mad at that. I don't think it was that big of a deal because
Wait, he
he's
had the BlackBerry like in his hand and like said
yeah
it.
yeah he was
That's
rapping.
that's crazy. Don't do that's crazy.
I don't think it
That's
is
crazy.
because
That
bro, it's mine. It's my song. So
bro.
because I didn't remember it, I'm wrong now.
Yes.
Oh, eat a Frank. I'm a billionaire. Like that's what I would say if I'm Drake.
I'm not Quavo. I'm not going to indulge in. Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know Drake did
Yeah.
it. This was when. It's gotta be mad. Like oh
No,
nine.
no, it was early. Yeah, this
That-
was early. Probably like '09. I'm sure.
Speaking of going to freestyle in places.
Yeah,
DaBaby.
2009. Sorry, continue.
You said when?
I said 2009.
2009? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
DaBaby dropped a freestyle on, I think it's LA Leakers, to Like That and Get It Sexy.
Yeah.
Let me just say, this is one of the best freestyles I've seen all year. This was a. Did you see it, Mitt? Did you see it, Savannah?
No, I did. I synced it. I synced it.
I did not see it. However, I heard he was rapping like his rent was due.
Yeah,
Yes.
he was rapping like he might die if he
like somebody had a gun behind the camera. You don't kill this beat,
I'm gonna kill you.
Do we think that? Okay, my takeaway from it, and I think I've said this even when DaBaby was at like the peak of his career, and not to say his career is over, because I think he can still make a comeback. I think he heavily needed better production. I think after a while, everything just sounded to start the same. And certain artists, they can have that like sound that just works every time. I always bring up Ross because Ross has been in his pocket for so long, and it's like every time you hear the beat, every time you hear him, it just feels like
it just feels right.
It feels right. I feel like he getting money. It feels like it's the right thing. Where DaBaby, sometimes it clicks and works for a while, sometimes it don't. I think DaBaby, which is one of those examples, but hearing him on like those kinds of beats, that early 2000 style, that Memphis style beat, I really, really enjoyed it.
I just want to stop quickly and say July 20th is Maryland Bros Cookout. We just dropped the flyer for it. So if you want to come to Maryland Bros Cookout, please make sure you are free July 20th. Continue.
I'll be there July 6th.
No, we don't care about that. We don't care about that.
No. That's cool. It's cool. July 6th is the Maryland Alphas Cookout. You know, if you want to have a great time, you know, enjoy the brotherhood, you know, still go to theirs. I support my brother. Go to NBC July 20th, but just the letter that comes before B is A. So MAC, the Mac.
And while we're here, I have to put my children to bed. They're acting up in the background. So
mom gotta go be a mom.
I gotta go to my other duty. So
just first.
Savannah out.
See you,
Till next
Savannah.
time, Savannah. Thank you. Who's that saying? Oh yeah. So do you think it's possible for DaBaby to still come back and to have to basically bring his career back to where it was, if not even more?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I like DaBaby because like DaBaby is cool to me. Mm-hmm. Every time he get on a freestyle, I was actually just listening to his beatbox freestyle today. So and I know he's like super talented, and he anytime he drops a freestyle or a song, like it's hard. But sometimes when he gets on his songs, he can sound a little repetitive. Well, like not a little, very much repetitive. And it gets to the point where like it's like, all right, yo, like, what's next? Like when you say Ross, I don't know what it is about Ross, but like Ross
it just sticks.
It just works. Like when
every time.
Like it just works. But like DaBaby, I guess because all his beats sound the same too. Because like he'll do like the same, like he's running into the same issue that Lil Baby's having right now. People are starting to realize Lil Baby sounds the exact same on every single song. Can you drop something new? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I'm not mad at him making a comeback because I want him to come back. I feel like he's super talented. He drops fire music anytime anytime I listen to it, but it can definitely be a little repetitive and get boring. So
yeah, I think DaBaby, especially with a proper rebrand. I know it was at one point he recently went to go do an interview, and interviewer basically just kept trying to ask him questions to provoke him, get a response out of him, and he's up and
left. You talking the little 20 verse 1 joint?
Yeah. That not the interview, but it was a 20 verse 1 joint. He was like, "Yo, like you're not asking me that on camera." I mean, he asked a couple of times.
You asked him something outrageous, like would you suck a
I forgot what it was, but some flagrant, some outrageous.
Yeah.
And instead of like wilding out, he was like, "All right, I'm just out." Like I think he's learned from the things he's done to where like he's still going to stand and be a man. I mean, if you're questioning him or you put him in a position where he has to defend himself, he's going to do it. But I think you should learn not to. If you can not have to go to the right, just go ahead and just. Well, you cannot have to go to the left. Go ahead, just go the right way. Just go ahead, take the higher road to be cliche. But if this is any indication where he has to go musically, I'm all for it for him on this production.
Yeah, because with Mr. Jonathan Kirk, his issue is like he's been in a lot of he's been in a lot of controversy. You know what I'm saying? Like from the hitting people to killing somebody in Walmart to whatever he did at Coachella talking about fellatio. You know what I'm saying? He's always been in a compromising situation. And I feel like he realizes, hey, let me try to get out of these so I don't get fully tarnished with my freaking relationships that I have with my whole career. You know what I'm saying? So he's trying to handle that. And I feel like he handled it in the best way that he could. You know what I'm saying? Because even when he was about to cuss at the young lady, he changed it. He almost called it a B word. And he was like,
you know what? Relax.
Yeah, and then he just kept asking over and over and over again, "Can you please move?" Like, I'm not answering that question. And she's trying to like pry it out of him. And he's like, "Bro, if she keep asking me it, I'm gonna leave." She kept asking, so he left. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not mad at Jonathan at all. You know, I feel like he had to do what he had to do.
A lot of folks nowadays, especially when it comes to content, are just trying to get like reactions out of folk. Especially they know that if they do something to me, I can go and sue, get a checkup off them, or just the controversy itself of knowing that I'm in that situation. Just now, it brings attention. And for some people, even bad publicity is good publicity to them. Like all publicity is good to them. So a lot of folks are like that, and that's why it's important, especially like as a celebrity, as a figure, and whatever regime you are. When you just have a name, you gotta be careful how you move in certain spaces and not just act outlandish. Although it may be hard because we're still human. So of course you want to do and just react how you want to. But once you have certain money attached to you, a certain name attached to you, especially if you're trying to rebrand and go in a certain way away from what you did before, you gotta just sometimes just eat on the chin and just stay cool, stay calm, stay collected, and just move smartly.
Just understand that it ain't even worth it. Because if I react this way, y'all gonna get on me, and then I'm gonna start losing money. And it's like I rather just move on. So I'm definitely not mad at DaBaby at all.
Yeah. Anything else you want to cover before we get out of here?
I mean, we talked about our separate events.
We did.
Let's talk about our joint event. Pretty iced out, April 27th. You know,
Pretty iced out, April 27th. This Saturday out in B-More. If you need, are you still taking host flyers for your side?
I am.
If you want a host flyer, sign up with the bros. Sign out with the apes, whatever you want to do. Yeah, man. Listen, going out Torch Fest with a bang this Saturday. The other important thing, again, we have this behind the booth segment. Behind the booth is a segment that is focusing on the HBCU DJs and MCs, a spotlight for you all. So if you know of a great DJ and or MC, they come on both at the same time, several the other case may be. But if you know of a really dope HBCU DJ MC who should be spotlighted and highlighted, especially on this platform, tell them to go ahead and go to the TMC podcast Instagram page. Hit that link in the bio, man. Sign up, get you your spot. Let's go from there, man. Want to shine some light. Mitt being a fellow DJ, me being a fellow MC, definitely want to give a platform for you all. So let's get this money, man. Sign up for Behind the Booth. See y'all soon. I think that's it for episode 3, TMC podcast. Shout out to the HB the HBS logo that's up there, historically black sense. Shout out to I couldn't get it on my side. Yeah, there you go, right there. Shout out DJ Mitt, man, my guy coming through. I've been Project MC. Till next time, man. Till next time.